All right, let's pray and then we'll get started. God, I thank you for the chance to get together today. And it's summer, and that's awesome, but also can feel sort of overwhelming at times when we're trying to figure out just how to work and how to get everything done for our business. So I just pray that right now, for any of us that might be feeling a little stressed or overwhelmed, that you would just meet us where we are and help us to come up with a solid plan that we can really feel good about this summer. I pray for June in general. We just have a lot to look forward to and to execute and to share. And so I pray that you would just give us a solid strategy and confidence to be able to serve in this space. I pray for this meeting that you would just bless this conversation and help us to leave feeling encouraged. In your name we pray. Amen. Okay, so welcome to June. So today, basically wanted to kind of just touch base and go over the June calendar a little bit more. I posted it to the team page, so if you haven't had a chance, we'll kind of just go over that a little bit again and answer any questions. I also want to talk a little bit about conference for those of you who are going to that. And then, yeah, really, I think like the biggest thing on my mind right now, and I'm talking to some of you too, is just the whole summer building a business in the summertime. Especially if you have, kids that are home. I think Colleen, I saw you did a story on that too, yesterday, and you're like, yeah, when you have two working parents, and at home, it's just like it's a lot. And I find that sometimes I'm like stuck in the middle of like the mom guilt creeps in if I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm working too much. But at the same time, I'm like, why do I feel guilty? I have to provide for my family. This is like a blessing that I get to be home with my kids, even though I'm working. So, but I think that's kind of where, Satan kind of tries to get into our head sometimes. So, anyway, I feel like there's a way to do it, and it takes a second every summer to get into a good groove and you figure it out. But I think the other piece is lowering expectations a little bit too and giving ourselves some grace because in my head, I'm like, oh, this is going to be like a perfect schedule. Like I'll get up, I'll work out, I'll get my work done. And then by the time the kids are up, I'll have all this stuff done. Some days that goes pretty great, other days it doesn't. And so, it doesn't always have to what I tell myself anyway, in case this encourages you, is like it doesn't have to be perfect in order for it to be working. And like it doesn't have to be perfect for me to like I'm not failing if I'm not doing this perfectly. Um, and like I said, I think it's just a matter of during seasons like this, you just have to be super disciplined with your time you know, if you want to have some structure. So um yeah, yeah. Isn't that the truth, Katie? There's no perfect anymore. Um so yeah. So for me, and I'd love for us just to kind of share maybe some stuff that, and I know all of us are coming at this from different angles. Some people are like those of us that are working at home, it's going to feel different than the people that are working in an office during the summer. And so, but it's all similar in the sense that summer is just different. It's a different season the structure of a school year. But I feel like for me, what I need to do more of during seasons like this to protect my peace is it really is a matter of like being intentional, planning out when my work hours are going to be for the week. So, looking ahead at the week, and I know in summer every week is a little bit different, but just kind of going, okay, what does this week look like? When am I going to get my work hours in? At least, like, what stresses me out, like this happened yesterday, it was not pretty. Like, it was 11 a.m., and I had gotten like nothing done that I wanted to get done work-wise. And I was like, that's like when my anxiety goes up, like when the day gets away from me, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But I think what helps me is if I wake up. So today was better because I woke up earlier. I got my workout in and I just cranked out some of the um just the tracker stuff, the stuff that if crap hits the fan, like that's and this was what I had to do when the kids were little too, and it's just again, you have to be more disciplined. But it's like if I can crank out the stuff that like the non-negotiables as early as possible in the day, that's not to say I'm not going to work on some stuff throughout the day, but at least I feel like I got the most important things like checked off and my business is still moving forward. And then the other part I feel like is just unplugging and not being on my phone all the time because it can be really tempting for me to feel like I have to be checking in. And that's really like not true. Like your business is okay if you're not connected all the time. Your ambassadors, they will figure it out if you don't answer them within 20 minutes. Like you just have to like set that. So what one thing that helps me do that, I do have an Apple Watch and I think it helps because I don't have any notifications turned on for like social media ever. But so I only get text messages through here. So like I will plug my phone in the kitchen, so it's kind of like a landline, so to speak, during certain points of the day, like at night. And then after 9 p.m. every night, my phone goes on do not disturb so that I like literally the only person I can get a text message from at that point is Jake or my mom. Because it is important to have those times where, we're not always glued to our phones. So that's kind of my strategy. Again, it's not perfect. It's not like, oh, I have this all figured out. I just know I'm doing this enough summers that it does take some extra intentionality. Like my ideal world is I wake up, I work out, I get a couple hours of work in, and then by like the afternoon, I'm done. I can go to the pool with the kids. I can go out with like do whatever. And then yeah, I might be answering things here and there, but at least I got like that solid work session in. Um, I love that idea, Cassie. I have to catch up here, but um of a work. Oh, there you go. You got woke up in the middle of the night. Oh my gosh. I should have done that. I was up from like 3 to 4 this morning and I could not sleep. Why did I not just get some work
You
done?
just do your like solidarity Cass. I'm with you. I know that you're awake. So no, I was like, I'm literally wide awake. And I'm like,
That's
I might
that's
as well start doing something until I get tired again. Yeah.
yeah, that's so
Okay.
smart.
So like, because I'm trying to figure out timing with that because I know I want to do it, but like Colleen, that's 4 a.m. for you. So, but I'm also like, my kids are up and active by like 6:30 to 7 typically. And so, I mean, they can eat their cereal and watch a show while I finish up. It's not a big deal. So, yeah, Lonnie, that's 5 a.m. for you. That's not bad. Um, but I mean, we could rotate.
Yeah.
Like you said you wanted to help, so like totally you could do one at like 6 a.m. your time if that works. So we could have different options for different days. And
Yeah,
I
I
know for
think
me,
that would be good.
Like Wednesday is the day that I want to be up early because I have my girls all day. And I like other than maybe nap time, I won't work. So I feel like midweek is so good too. Just like if you haven't invited yet, like getting those invites in or like following up from earlier in the week or last week. So yeah, it's not three calling. We used to do 5 a.m. Truth, truth.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think early morning that's a great idea. I think we should definitely do that. And it would, yeah, not that it has to be every single morning, but even if it was just a few mornings a week, like that would feel really great, right?
Yes, I agree, Amber.
What else has worked well for you guys in the summertime or when you're changing seasons? Um, that to where you feel like, okay, I've got kind of a good balance. Anyone else have thoughts?
So what I've been doing is I get my workout in first thing in the morning. So for me, it's 5 o'clock here on the East Coast. But even just the last 2 days, I have been done with my to-do list before my kids even wake up, which is great. And I hope it stays consistent. But that's what I've done forever, the last 14 years of my business. And it works. But also, like you said, like For me, I'm the type of person, if I'm sending all of my invites, once they start coming, like people are responding, I want to respond to them. So, like now I'm out at the pool with my son and I'm on this call, but also like I'll go and check my inbox and things like that. So for
Mhm.
me, I have a hard time shutting down when I do that early in the morning versus like midday, because then people aren't getting the messages until after work or, when they're settling down. Whereas when I send all of that in the morning, they're getting it at lunchtime. So then it's like I'm always on. So I need to be better with the turning off.
Yeah, that's hard. I'm with you there. Yeah, I think it's that balance because it's like we're all in the startup phase, you know what I mean, at the same time. And so it's definitely like it just is more of a grind. And so it's like there's like as much as people say, oh, you just got to be so balanced or whatever, the reality is anyone who is really successful in this business, they had a grind season. Like they had a season where they just really grinded. And that's not to say it's forever, but like that is kind of where we're all at again. And I think that for me, maybe is why, this it was last summer when I started. So like last summer was a big grind for me. And I think before that in my body business, I had kind of not that I was still working, but it wasn't like that same, like what do they say? Like the what it takes to get a plane off the ground just takes a lot more. So I think too, it's like I go back and forth where it's like I don't want us to ever feel guilty for working either because we are providing for our families and for a lot of us we have to do this. Like this is something that like our families are relying on us. It's not like, oh, which there are people that do this business for the extra and that's okay too. But if you are someone that needs us to provide for your family, you don't have the luxury to say, I'm going to take a week off. You know what I mean? Like, but at the end of the day, you still aren't working. I always say this too. We're not working 40 hours a week here either. Like, it's not like we're in the office. Like, we have so much flexibility. And so I love that piece of it. And so I would rather have those seasons of imbalance to have the flexibility. Like this afternoon, I'm going to take our kids to the movie. Like, we didn't like I wouldn't be able to take them if it wasn't for being able to choose my own work hours. So I just think it's good to kind of talk about because I think mom guilt is real, in this business, especially in the summer. And so, um, but like Katie, you said May was bad for boundaries. Yeah, to get to 10K, that's you're not gonna just waltz your way to 10K. Like that takes a lot of work. So I think that's amazing that you did that, but it's also not something you can maintain every single month, right? So either. So it's like just, figuring it out and one day at a time kind of thing. But yeah, at the same time, because you did that, that this month in a way will set you up for success, like because you have that momentum created. If anyone missed it, Katie hit the $10,000 sales tier last month. So that was pretty amazing. Okay, so anything else? Any other thoughts as far as being a mom in the summer? Just know you're not alone. Okay, tomorrow, 6 a.m. Okay, I'm in. I'm in for that. That sounds amazing.
6 a.m. Central. Can we use your Zoom, Amber? Because I
Yeah,
definitely downgraded mine. It's not unlimited anymore. So,
yeah, for sure.
perfect. Yay. Do you want
Yay.
it to be like a lead work session, you guys, or do you just want to hop on for accountability? Like, what would be 7 a.m. Eastern? Yes, Nikki. I know, girl. I'm always like 2 hours ahead or behind.
Yeah.
Okay. I know Eastern, but I don't know why Pacific. And don't even get me started in Mountain Time or Arizona time or any of that. Like, what? Are you 2 hours, 1 hour?
Okay, love it. I don't know I mean, whatever you guys think. What do you feel like?
What if I started the hour with just like what I'm focusing on and what we could be focusing on for the month, just based on like what you shared in your live in our calendar?
Mhm.
And just a rundown of like what you could be doing during this
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
like
I
an
think
idea. Because
that's
so if
great.
people are newer and don't really have a set idea of what to do. But I also don't love like, okay, 5 minutes to do this, 5 minutes to do that every single time. So
Yeah, yeah, I love that. And then if people are just wanting to like work out, hey, they can hop on and get their
yeah,
workout in or whatever. Like I love that flexibility.
awesome.
Cool. Thanks, Cassie. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Do you
agree
want
with
to post on the team
you.
page with that or message threads or what do you think? Both.
Yeah,
Can I
maybe
put
it
team
wouldn't hurt
page?
to
I
put
don't
it.
even know.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to put it in the team page too. Just people so people know. Any other thoughts on summer? Anything that helps you, keeps you sane, all the things?
This just might be life advice in general, but it has worked for me because I am someone that would work 24/7 and to the point where I burn myself out and not just with like business, but all things. And I know that I need alone time. And for me, for the business especially, I need more than like 30 minutes to work things out. I don't know. That's just how I am. And so what I'm trying to get at is like if you have a partner, a spouse, whatever, like talking to them about like can I have like from 6 to 8 p.m. on Wednesday night, like can you take the kiddos and I just need to focus on my business. Or on Sunday mornings, like I need that time from 7 to 9 a.m. Like whatever, just having that communication, that's helped us a lot. Like this weekend, I was like, babe, I need time. Like your parents are here, but like I need to go have my alone time and get this done, even for a workout or whatever it is. Like that's still, that keeps me mentally in the game still. And
Mhm.
then the other thing is swapping play dates with other moms. Like we have a lot of kids in our neighborhood. And so like saying, hey, can your daughter come over today? And then Gwen can come over to your house tomorrow, even just an hour. So nice. Um, just simple things. I know not everybody can afford childcare, but like hiring a mother's helper in your neighborhood, like a 12-year-old to come over, and I'm just talking from mom perspective.
Mhm.
Uh, so like I'll have the early middle schoolers come over and play with the girls for an hour if I just need to get stuff done. So yeah, but I
Good
think
idea.
just simple things give you those extra pockets of time that you wouldn't have. And yeah,
Yeah, I love that because I know for me, like I will get if I can have an hour of focused time, I will get more done in that hour than if I try to get stuff done all day long with kids around. So yeah, that's those are really, really great ideas. And yeah, communication is everything. I know I told Jake, I'm like, I think I just need to get out of the house, like go to a coffee shop, and just put my headphones on and crank out stuff, like at least once or twice a week, just so that I'm like have that space. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so let's move on and talk a little bit about the June calendar. Um, so this month is like obviously a little different because we have conference in the middle of the month, which is going to be really great. But I just wanted to pull up the June calendar and kind of talk through it, and then let me know what questions you guys have too, or clarifications, or if you have ideas of like, hey, we should add this, or tweak this or whatever, like please know I'm always open to ideas and feedback because I just think we all have unique perspectives of how to do it better together. So, okay, yesterday they had, so we're just gonna kind of start beginning. So yesterday we had the Modere products officially like launched. So let's take a second and just kind of talk about that. I don't want this to be a distraction or like a shiny object that you feel like you have to put all of your eggs in that basket or that you have to do anything with it. But I do want us to be aware that people are winning by sharing these products and that it is a really great opportunity for us to not just ignore it either. But with that said, I don't think that we need to feel rushed or scrambled or anything like that. I know that for our team, we always have the most success when we can truly speak to our own personal stories of how products are helping us. So I think the best thing would be for us to just start by trying the products. Don't try all of them. Maybe there's one product or something that you're like, oh, I want to add that into my routine because really that's the way that I see this Modere thing benefiting us. It's not to say I have to scrape everything I'm doing and change my collagen and doing this and that, but it's going, okay, let me look at the products. Let me see if there's something that I would want to um, add into my routine and then I'll try it and then I can kind of share. I mean, I don't think it hurts to mention it right now in our stories and things because there are people that already love the product, so we don't have to like sell them on them, that they may just want to order right because they've already tried the products. So I don't think we need to like wait to share necessarily either. I'm just saying that I know for me, I won't be able to have that passion behind it until I actually try them myself. So like the one that I'm excited, I mean, they all look great, but the BCAA is really piquing my interest because we don't really have that. We have BCAAs in our build, but to have something separate, which Nikki, didn't Alicia say that it tasted like blue Jolly Ranchers or something? So I just think that's like a fun one to have. And I mean, people are obsessed with the collagen and all of that. I mean, there's a lot. But what I would say, there was a training yesterday, in case you missed it, on the Mission Possible. If you go to minutes like 9 to 28, Adriana did a really great overview training of the products, like what the Modere products are. She also talked briefly about the products that we have that are kind of similar to what they have. So, like their collagen versus our collagen and how that compares, along with the metabolic boost versus whatever they're just called. So just kind of a good, I thought that call was a really great starting point to learn more about the products. And then, like I said, um, try them if you want to. If you don't, that's okay too. I know that I want to at least try them somewhat so that I know what I'm talking about. But the analogy that I like to use is it's kind of like how we have two skincare lines. So we have the Pomifera and we have the Youth, right? So some people prefer the Pomifera, some people prefer the Youth. Awesome that we have both, but you don't have to feel like you have to buy all of it. So now that's kind of like what we have with some of these products that overlap is we just have a couple different options. And I think they'll be coming out with things too to share, like, oh, you can take these collagens, how you can take them together. Like I think they'll be coming out with those resources for us. So that'll be good too. Kind of like when they did the CNE beads and the vitamin C serum, how they were like, you could use this in the morning and this at night. Like I think they'll have some of that coming out too. Um, Let me check out these. Colleen, you said you shared the info in a live in your wellness group and have a customer who's interested in looking at the products. That's awesome. Like that just kind of came out of the woodwork that you were like, oh, okay. Um, oh, and Chatty G did a side by side. That's amazing. That is so cool. I love that. So, does anyone have questions about the Modere products? I know one question that I'm waiting to hear back on was the loyalty points, if we can redeem our loyalty points for those products. I haven't heard back yet, so hopefully they'll get back to us on that. Other questions or thoughts about Modere that you want to chat about? Okay. Yeah, I think just have fun with it. Try it if you want. If you don't, that's cool too. Like we have, I mean, the Shackley products, like I think we all would agree we have more than enough products to sell. So, if it's not your jam, that's okay too. Okay, so now let's keep moving through the calendar. Okay, so June Longevity Club also started yesterday. Tracy has been doing just an awesome job keeping that group going and organized month after month. And even if you're not on a team, I would encourage us to, I'm trying to get myself to kind of recommit to more posting in there consistently again. because it really is helpful to see everyone using the products and just the different stuff that they're using. So if you're in Longevity Club and you're not posting consistently, would just love for us to kind of all try to do more of that this month. Okay, then moving on to next week. The ninth is when we have usually like I call them like our niche groups starting, where it's like some of us are doing hormones, some of us are doing fitness, like whatever kind of thing you're doing. So that's next week. I'm also gonna start a new, like I'm gonna kind of revamp or like tweak the posts in the new ambassador training for June so that if you have new ambassadors starting, they can just work their way through those posts in June. And then middle of the week next week, we're gonna start an event for teen and tween skincare, which I'm really excited about because this is something that moms will spend money on because it's really hard when you're watching your daughter struggle with acne and you will do anything to help because I think, we remember how that felt when we were that age to just feel like a little insecure in your skin as it's changing so much. And so, what we're gonna do is have that group open, and I want to open this up to ask for your suggestions on how we can best run this. Because obviously it's going to be more education for the moms. But the idea would be to open that up on the 11th, and then they can order through the 16th. And I picked that date because that's when the SPF deal ends, is the 16th, where they can get the SPF for $5. So yeah, I know I would have killed for this as a teen too. If someone was like, do this, I mean, I think I ended up on Proactive because that was like the thing that to do back in the day. But and here's the thing, my parents did not have a lot of money, yet my mom bought Proactive because she knew that it was going to help me. So I think that's interesting too. So all right, as far as running this group, what I'd love to just chat through is where do you think would be the most, or how do you think would be the most effective way to run this teen event? Because we've been doing Facebook groups kind of as a rule, we've been doing that. Do we think we want to try something different, like maybe YouTube, something like that, like a live? I just know my girls are on YouTube, not that they would watch something like this, but maybe to try something different. Because I need to learn more. Does anyone have a lot of like expertise on YouTube Live, like for us to do some sort of a webinar training or something like that? But anyway, what are your thoughts? Do you think stick with the Facebook group? Do you think do something different? Other ideas besides YouTube? Let me know.
Yeah, so I have not done, and I should, this is note to self, I should be doing this by now, given my other interests. Have not gotten big into like the YouTube lives yet. But I could kind of like look into that. One thing that I just wanted to say, I've taken just suggestions from things people have shared on these calls the last couple of weeks, and two things that are working for me right now, which I think might lend itself to this type of event. But yes, young people are on YouTube. Even my kids that aren't technically tweens yet. I have a 9-year-old who thinks she's like 17. Okay. Yes, they love YouTube. But what I wanted to say is this last time with my hormone reset group is the first time that I've put like my people in a special little message pod. There's not, for everyone to know, it's been very successful. There is not a lot of engagement in there in terms of what they're saying to each other. There was some, especially in the beginning when everybody was excited. What I've been doing, because I didn't have access to like anyone like else's videos that they're using. But I started showing like prepper form and workout videos, like who am I? What are we doing? But I'm recording it. They're not fancy. I put them unlisted on YouTube, and then I dropped some like motivational stuff and like the daily check-in or whatever in my message pod. Here's the link to the video. I can tell by the views how many of them are going and watching it, and the majority of them are going and doing the workouts. And then if like last week, I had an issue with the last week of school for my kids, messed up, some of them didn't get posted, I get messages saying, hey, did I lose our message pod? I haven't seen something posted. Oh, my bad. I did not use technology correctly. The smaller message groups are really, really effective for the people that you're wanting to make sure don't miss key information. And then I've always used YouTube for a long time with other videos and things. I do think for something like this, if we like market it the right way, I think it might be really effective. I know a lot of people like Facebook groups as kind of just a landing page. But I think if we could figure out like a live webinar situation, it could be really engaging. But that's just my 2 cents.
Okay, I love it. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's good to know that your people are watching the videos, like they're watching and I think Meredith and the others who have been, Christine, the others that have been doing like the workouts, they've had a lot of success with that too lately. So that's, I just think YouTube is easy to click on. People, everyone knows what it is, things like that. I do agree the timing piece could be a little tricky. I know that like I think we would still want to keep our ordering window open, like not just for the live video time, but keeping it open because then the live would turn into a recording and then we could just send that out. Um, because it's different. I just need to do a little research. I don't think it's hard to do, but I think it's just more like a broadcast. So you would have, a few people going on and sharing education, and then, um, yeah, like incentives if people get on live and order. Um, Yeah, we could use the Clean Facebook beauty group for this too, as like another, even if we did the YouTube, that could also be sort of what we could just turn that into the teen one. I mean, that would be easy. And when did we do that? Was that a couple months ago now? Or was that last month? I can't remember. February, okay. Oh yeah, because last month was Mother's Day. And then we're gonna just create like a few different bundle situations because I know that like as a mom, what I feel, and you guys correct me if you think it's different, but like for me, I would want someone to say, this is exactly what your daughter needs. She needs the cleanser, she needs the toner, she needs the vitamin C serum or whatever. Like this is what she needs. Um, and I don't necessarily know that the regimens that we have are like exactly what they need. Well, I guess maybe the Glow Bundle, the new one. My daughter has been McKinley and if I haven't shared this with you guys yet, she was really struggling like a month and a half ago, like, and I just felt so bad for her. And, of course, she would not try Shaklee at first because Sephora was cooler and all the things she wanted were like better. And I'm dumb. But once like she couldn't figure it out, then yeah, her face, like she was like, oh, I was like, all right, let's do like a 30-day challenge. And her face is so much better. So she's been using the youth line with the vitamin C serum and the beads. And then she's been also using the Vitally for women and probiotic, the Pearl. So yeah, I think we could have a few different options, and I like the Pomifera as an option too because the price point's a little bit less, which is nice. Okay. All right. So I think that will be really great. So as a rule, would you guys say like you think there could be some value in at least exploring the YouTube thing, like having that be, I mean, at some point you gotta just try, right? And it is what it is. Okay. And I think the shorter the better, like short video, like a short live to like, because sometimes people lose whatever focus. Apricot scrub, oh gosh. This the same. Yeah, we're all survivors. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm hoping she will speak on the live. Do you think that would be good for her to speak, like to share her um I told Katie this yesterday, but I bribed her and I said, okay, if you help me sell this month the skincare, I'll give you a portion of my commission. And she's like, oh, okay. Like, all right. Yes, I need to get her before and after. I'll try to get those two done. Okay.
Yeah, I was re-listening to your live in the team page yesterday, and my 11-year-old was listening when you were talking about your daughter, and she's like she literally like perked up, like, oh, her daughter's 12. Oh, that sounds like what's going on with me. Like, mom, should we do like? She was like immediately in when she heard about another kid. So I feel like
Oh,
even that
cool.
kind of thing, for a, like you just said, a mom trying to convince her daughter, I feel like another kid, like in a video where they could be like, come here, come listen to this. Like, look at this 12-year-old talking about it. I feel like that could be very powerful in the whole aspect too.
Okay, that's a good point. I'm glad you shared that. That's so cute.
Oh, her ears perked right up, like, oh, mom, is this what you're talking about? You said you want to try with me? I'm like, yes, yes.
Oh, I love it.
And guess what? She washed her face today, so we're already winning.
Oh, yay. That's awesome. Uh, oh yeah, like bring a friend or bring oh yeah, like kind of spread the word about it. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. Okay, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun. All right. And then I was thinking too, like for the raffles or the gifts or whatever that we give, it could be like teen focus. So like Lululemon or I don't know, whatever all the popular things are right now for those age groups. But that could be fun too. Okay, so that brings us to like the middle of the month where we have conference going on. So during the conference week, I think it's always just really important to do like some sort of a business opportunity, something behind the scenes to share and like really get the most out of that. So conference, if you are not yet signed up, I will not stop plugging this until the cutoff, but please consider coming. I know that it can feel a little bit like, oh, should I go or not? But it will be worth your time and your investment. It's going to be a really, really great time to be together. So hopefully you can be there in person. If not, there's also like an online version too, like a virtual option. But that week, I mean, when you're at an event, and anyone that's been to an in-person event of any kind will be able to just like affirm this. It just does something for your business in a way that nothing else can, because I think what happens is people start to see you as legit, like, oh, she's doing that business, like she's going to that conference. Like it just kind of gives you a little extra uh I don't know, validity of like legitimacy, I don't know, whatever. And obviously it's hard to make it like every year we're all gonna have stuff going on. So I totally understand if, you're absolutely not able to either, but if you can, if you're on the fence, highly recommend. Yeah, so Andrea, the like days of the conference are Tuesday and Wednesday, but I think most people are coming in either Monday night or Tuesday morning and then leaving on Thursday morning. So, because things don't really kick off until Tuesday, like the conference doesn't kick off. We're gonna do like a little meetup on Monday night, and then on Tuesday, nothing we're still kind of figuring out those dates. Nothing fancy, more just like, hey, whoever wants to meet here, have a drink, let's connect, let's just like say hi so that we know who we can hang out with throughout the week and all that kind of stuff. And then no sparkles. There is something sparkly at one of the nights, isn't it? But then Tuesday night we are gonna have a more formal, not formal, but like a happy hour type situation that I'm gonna do with my upline Christy. And we were just talking over the menu and things, but that is gonna happen Tuesday night. And so I'll be posting in the chat, the conference chat after this about that. But we're just gonna ask people to commit to that. And then we're also gonna get those t-shirts ordered hopefully tomorrow so that they can get here in time. If you earned it last month, it's that Shackley, like Wellness Shackley t-shirt. So if you wanna order one, you'll be able to do that too. And then we're gonna do like team photos on Tuesday night together. So we'll have that. And then Wednesday is more training. So, but yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday are like the bulk of the training. Okay. So that gets us through conference, and then the big focus at conference is going to be protein. Like they'll be doing a ton of education on protein. They'll be launching some products on protein. And so the rest of the month, that's going to be our main focus is the wellness side, protein, vitamins, and kind of ending with a bang with that. So as we know more, I'm guessing they'll have some kind of a promotion to end the month with that. I guess we'll kind of wait and see. I think that's why they're ending the SPF promo on the 16th, if I had to guess, that because they're going to be having conference promos rolled out after that. But yeah, that's kind of June in a nutshell. Do you guys have any questions or anything else that you're like, you know what, it's June, we should add this into the calendar, anything like that? Okay. Okay, so we have just a few more minutes and we don't have to go all the way till 2 either, but just wanted to open it up in case anyone has anything that they want to, that's kind of on their mind right now, anything that you're trying to figure out or work through. Yeah, just anything in general right now or anything that's like, what you're coming up against. And maybe too, I'd love to know what your goals are for June if you haven't shared those already. I know Nikki shared hers, which I love that idea of like the only way that you're gonna get to the next thing is to put it out into the universe, and to be like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. And sometimes it's that focus of like I want to get to the 5,000 tier. I want to get to 7,500. I want to get to 10,000. I want to bring on 2 people because nothing happens by randomness. So, if you guys have goals, I would love to know like what those are too. I shared this on the video yesterday, but I just continue to um, be so encouraged to be at Shackley and to see so many of you winning, big and small, we all have different goals, like I said earlier, for this business. Some of us, we want to get to, full-time income. Some of us, this is kind of side, like extra fun money. But I hope that regardless, like you are seeing people on our team win and that encourages you because there's kind of like two mindsets that you can be in and it's you kind of default to one or the other. And so you have to teach yourself to default to the positive one. But when you see people winning, like Katie hitting, 10,000 in sales or whatever, like what is your default? And I think that's important to know because like, is your default when you see someone else win? Is it like, oh, well, of course she can do that because she has this, and this, or of course she's going to do that because she's whatever. Like, do you feel like I could never do that? Or are you empowered? Are you like, if she can do it, I can do it, right? So I think that is the thing where it's like, always just kind of check yourself because for me, when I see other people winning, especially just hardworking, good-hearted people, I'm like, all right, if they can do it, I can do it. But that took some time for me to learn because when I started in this business 10 years ago, I was like in my head a lot. So that can be kind of something you work on through personal development. But I know that all of you can win here in a really, really big way. It does not happen overnight. It takes hard work. But I just want to say thank you for showing up, being on this call, and like all of your consistency because it is just awesome. Like your energy, just to see you guys, in the chats, hop on and be on the calls. Like I know that it's not easy, it takes sacrifice, but it's such an encouragement. Like when you show up, you encourage other people to show up. So, and I know the people that have kind of taken a step back, like they will come around, hopefully, and the ones that don't, like, hopefully God just has something else for them. But I'm really grateful for those of you who are leaning in. It means a lot. Oh yes, Susan, let's get a picture. Okay, I love all of these. I love all of these goals. Yes. Yes, I love that. Love all these. Thank you. Yeah, 1 year comes quick. You guys will be there in a minute too. Okay, let's take a picture. One, two, three. Okay. Anything else that you guys want to chat about? Or are we good? So tomorrow then we're gonna do a power hour at early morning power hour for anyone that is able to get on. I love it. And Cassie, will you just post the details for us wherever you want? Okay, thank you. All right, guys. Well, have a good afternoon. Thanks again for hopping on. We'll see you later.